Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Fandom Fights. We got an exciting one for you today. It's Kingsman v. Kingsman in a match that I'm very much looking forward to, despite half of the players playing today are kind of the worst. We got Jack Pinchuk going up against Albert Wiradharma. Albert, lovable, fun. Jack, again, just rude, mean to me. Doesn't say hi to Nick. I'm just kidding, Jack. I give you a hard time, but I love you, maybe. I'm excited for the match. Both of these guys had really good showings last year, both teams and singles. Albert challenged for belts in both divisions. Jack came out the other end of the first Fandom Teams Frenzy in a very exciting event. Nick, what do you think about the players today?
Yeah, man, like you said, Albert really proved himself as like a top-tier, top-level contender. And I think Jack proved that he has the potential to get there. A match like this, a win over beating Tyler Birch last year, definitely made people definitely turned a lot of heads to be like, maybe Jack can hack it. And I think a win over Albert would further cement that to maybe make people say Jack could contend for titles. We already know Albert can. It's time for Jack to prove to do the same thing.
Yep, let's get into it, starting with the promos.
Yeah, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. No, I'm just glad to be back. Playing Albert, not who I would have wanted to play in my first match back, but whatever. Kingsman v. Kingsman. It's a win-win scenario here. Albert is an incredible player. Had the privilege to play on a team with him temporarily during the Frenzy. It was awesome to play with him there and to play against him in that same Frenzy just a match later. So I'm super excited to play him. I guess we'll see how this shakes up. Hoping to continue my success from last season. Let's see if it can happen. Manners make a plan. Let's play.
All right, I'm back in Fandom singles. Have to play a fellow Kingsman here in Jack Pinchuk, and like he said, yeah, we played in Frenzy. It was great. I know his strengths last season. This season, completely new with all the categories, which I know he's been studying. I'm behind on that, so let's see what's going to happen. Definitely not going to be taking him lightly. I never take any of my opponents lightly, but I want to win, so let's see what happens. Who wants it more is going to win it today here. But yeah, should be fun.
Oh, Nick. Very polite promos from both people, although Albert bringing that level of sass, unspoken, that I love. What do you think of the promos, Nick?
I think they were great, Tim. I think both knows that the other could beat them, so I think they're on their A game today.
All right, let's get into it with round number one. How's it going to work, Nick?
Round number one is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we will say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece, and should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number one, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we get in round number one?
Nope.
All right, then. Your first question will come in the category of scores and soundtracks. And the question is, which DreamWorks film features the song I'm a Believer?
Jack also did something else that upset me in his promo. He quoted Taylor Swift, which...
Yeah, I heard that.
I cannot stand for that. Literally for 2 months straight, all I've heard is Maggie on TikTok, and all I hear is the... And I'm like, I want to fucking die. Like, I hate it. That's not the words. That's not the words. Pens down. Let's go to Jack.
Shrek.
And Albert.
Shrek.
Shrek is correct. All right, your next question is going to be in the category of the Wizarding World. In Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, who does Aunt Marge begin criticizing that causes Harry to lose his temper and blow her up? What?
I hate Taylor Swift so much.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either. There's a couple songs that I like that are just like catchy, just purely like
There's one song that I like. It's in a former Fandom film.
Ooh.
It's in the Hannah Montana movie.
Nice.
Oh, Crazier. It's actually, I like that one. But other than that,
Maggie just said that's a great song. So
it is.
Pens down. Let's go to Albert.
Harry's mom, Lily.
And Jack.
I said James Potter, Harry's dad.
Mom, Lily is correct.
All right, your next question comes in the category of DC. And the question is, which member of the Justice League does the pig PB become the pet of at the end of DC League of Super Pets?
That movie is definitely where I learned the word bitch.
DC League of Super Pets?
Yep. No.
To be fair,
Yeah, they curse in this film.
there's some language in the movie.
No, it was Harry Potter.
I remember hearing it and being like, oh my god. Is anyone going to do anything about it?
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I get why Harry got mad. Let's go to Jack.
I still haven't seen this one. Is it Green Lantern?
Oh, how dare you, sir. Albert.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman is correct. All right, your next question is in the category of James Bond. Who plays the old man Kincaid in Skyfall? Couldn't think of any other words to describe this character other than old man.
An old man. What do you
Who plays the middle-aged man Tony Stark in Iron Man?
That would help you.
It would
You
help.
might be like, crap, was Tony this guy or was he this young kid at the beginning?
Oh my god. 5,
Now you know they it helps.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Albert
Albert Finney.
and Jack.
I blanked.
Albert Finney is correct.
Your next question will come in the category of horror icons. What do the sheriff and mob of people do to try and finish the job after Michael falls down a mine shaft at the end of Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers?
I love this movie.
Why?
It's the second one in the series that I saw.
Oh,
Big fan.
that's weird because it's the fourth one.
Correct.
Okay.
Blame the TV people. 5.
I
And their
blame the
schedule.
TV people.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jack
I can't remember, so I just said blow up the mine shaft.
and Albert.
I said blow it up.
Yeah, I would take both of those. So that makes it 5-2 in favor of Albert. Your next question is going to come in the category of MCU. Which MCU film was the first one where the main hero had to rescue their own child?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Eight, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
It's going to be Jack's first repeat. Which MCU film was the first one where the main hero had to rescue their own child?
Sometimes?
Occasionally.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No?
No. 5. 3.
There's an Impractical Jokers bit that's very similar to what we're doing.
Let's go to Albert
Ant-Man.
and Jack.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man is correct. What's next, Nick?
Your next question will come in the category of YA. And your question is, who takes out the guard chasing the kids through the hallway by kneeing them in the chest at the beginning of the Scorch trials?
What? Laughing at your typo?
Yeah.
It's not even a typo. It's just like a...
It's like a brain fart.
Yeah, it's okay.
It
It's allowed. You're doing some stuff.
was probably at work when I wrote the question.
That would actually make a lot of sense. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jack
Mino?
and Albert.
I said Thomas.
Minho is correct. So Jack cuts into that lead a little bit, and there are no more perfect rounds. It is 6-4. You get into your next question in the category of Middle Earth. What Middle Earth kingdom does Eowyn come from in the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Have you seen these films?
No, but I've played the Lego video games.
It's a good video game, the Lego game. Good one. Great.
Not as good as Star Wars.
The new Lego Star Wars game is 5. 4.
They don't have it on GameCube, though.
1. Pens down, they do not. Let's go to Jack. No.
Rohan.
Yeah. Okay, and Albert.
Rohan.
Rohan's correct. 7 to 5.
Right.
Nick, what's
Indeed.
next?
And we'll move to your penultimate question, which comes in the category of Disney animation. The question is, who voices Fred's dad in the post-credit scene of Big Hero 6?
Did you see this movie in the theater?
I think so. I think I did. This came out at a time where I was like seeing everything.
Took my niece to see it in the theater, and it was a grand old time.
I went and saw it by myself, and I got a lot of looks.
1. Pens down. That's fair. Let's go to Jack.
Stan Lee.
And Albert.
I also have Stan Lee.
Stan Lee is correct. All right. So we get into your final question of this round. It's in the category of Law and Order. What is the first name of John McClane's wife in the first 2 Die Hard films? Do you want to go to court?
Die Hard feels like it could have a theme song in the melody of Skyfall. Die hard. All out the window.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Simon says. Let's go to Albert.
Linda.
And Jack.
I said Holly.
Holly is correct. No, I said Holly. Jesus, Jack. Here you go again. Me off.
I'm sorry. I'll accept myself.
8 to 7. Jack makes a little bit of a comeback. Not that it was ever a terribly far away game, but it's 8 to 7 now. 1 point. Nick, we're gonna go into round number 2. What's gonna happen?
Indeed, we are. Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you'd like to check down a multiple choice, in which case it will only be worth 1. And be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Tim, what's on the wheel today?
Yep, today's wheel brought to you by Peacock, a streaming service that exists that Tim has and Maggie's upset. The categories on the wheel are Middle Earth, Disney animation, American Spies, horror icons, sci-fi icons, Marvel, MCU, and scores and soundtracks. Albert, you're in the lead. You want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay. This will be the spin for Mr. Pinchuk. Your spin is away. Lands on scores and soundtracks.
I will spin that again.
Lands on Marvel.
Well, okay.
Well, okay, he says. Nick, go ahead and please give Mr. Pinchuk his questions in the category of Marvel.
Mr. Pinchuk, are you prepared for your questions in the category of Marvel?
Sure.
Your first question. Which Marvel film features a child watching his father stab his mother?
Five. 4.
Multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options are: is it A, The Punisher, B, Kick-Ass 2, C, Blade 2, or D, Hulk?
Hulk?
That is correct for 1 point. Your second question. In The Amazing Spider-Man, after some alleyway thugs chase Peter in a ski mask, he winds up falling through the roof of what kind of location?
A gym.
That is correct for 2 points.
He lands in the ring, but it's in a gymnasium.
Okay. All right, Jack, your third question. Who plays the young version of Agent O in Men in Black 3?
Agent O. Multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Alice Eve, B, Rooney Mara, C, Kate Mara, or D, Olivia Munn?
A.
A is correct for 1 point. Alrighty. Jack, your penultimate question. In Punisher Warzone, what name does Billy Ruzzotti give himself?
Is that Jigsaw?
It is Jigsaw. That is correct. For 2 points.
Is that your final answer?
I just know the character.
And Jack, your final question. How is Conrad killed in The King's Man?
Trying to remember who Conrad is. Not 100% on that character. Give me multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options are: is it A, shot, B, stabbed, C, an explosion, or D, poison?
Shot.
That is correct for 1 point and a sweep of marble.
And it's a good thing he got that right, because if he had missed, he would have had to leave the faction. So Jack gets his total up to 14. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, so let's bring back the wheel for Albert. Albert, your
right.
spin is in. And it lands on the MCU.
Let's do it.
All right, Albert, I will give you your questions in the MCU. Are you ready, kids?
Sure.
All right, your
Aye, Captain. Sorry. Aye, Captain.
There you go. Your first question. Which MCU film features a device that detects blood toxicity levels?
Iron Man 2.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who plays Valkyrie in the Thor series?
Tessa Thompson.
That is correct for 2 more points. Your third question. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, who is the first person to see the Sovereign arrive at Ego's planet?
Ooh.
5, 4, 3.
Kraglin.
Soup. That is correct for 2 points and a tie game. Albert, your fourth question.
Mhm.
In Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, what possession of Razor Fists does the group take while escaping Wenwu's compound?
His car.
That is correct for 2 points and the lead. And your final question, Albert, in the category of the MCU. In Avengers Endgame, Rocket says he got Thor's new eye from a man on what planet? That should be Avengers Infinity War.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go. I'm gonna be safe and go multiple.
All right, your options are A, Contraxia, B, Xandar, C, Sakaar, or D, Torfa.
I was thinking Contraxia, so let's go with Contraxia.
That is correct for 1 point. And the clean sweep of the MCU. So, Nick, I have Albert at 17 to Jack's 14. Is that what you have?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, let's get into round number 3. How's it going to work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of fandom fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 3?
Nope.
Take it away, Tim.
All right, the first category you can bet points on is the Wizarding World. Let's get bets starting with Albert.
1.
And Jack.
2.
Okay, your question, the Wizarding World. Name every character who receives detention for being outside of the castle after hours in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Fixing my typos for later.
You're what? In the who?
Just fixing my typos for later.
That's
So you
fair.
can just copy and paste.
I mean, that one, I guess, didn't need to be. No. Yeah, I kind of.
That's it.
That's okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Albert
I said Draco, Harry, Hermione, and Ron.
and Jack.
Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Draco.
Both are correct. So Albert goes up to 18, Jack up to 16. 2-point game. What's next, Nick?
The next category you can bet points on is DC.
Let's get bets starting with Jack
1.
and Albert.
I'm going 0.
Okay. What's the question, Nick?
Question is, who plays the Scarecrow in the Dark Knight trilogy?
I haven't watched these movies since 2021 when we played last. So I think I'm due for a rewatch.
I don't know, man. I'm really digging Survivor.
No, that's fair. I'm just talking about these 3 films, not the whole category. You're still really digging Survivor. That's fine. 5, 4,
Like
3,
half the season I could watch in that time.
1. Pens down. That's fair. Let's go to Jack
Wish I bet 2. Cillian Murphy.
and Albert.
Cillian Murphy.
Both are correct. So Jack makes it a 1-point game, 18-17. Your next category you can bet points on is going to be Star Wars. Nothing but Star Wars. Let's get bets starting with Albert
1.
and Jack.
1.
Okie dokie. Your question in the category of Star Wars. Which Star Wars film features a character so thirsty that they drink out of the same trough as a large animal? The same thing happened with me and Bucky last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was in the middle of shooting the last one standing.
He just fell to
He
the
just
floor.
fell over next to his water dish and just started going to town.
Jesus.
You think Daddy's making fun of you? Oh, he's being really cute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Albert
The Force Awakens.
and Jack.
The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens is correct. So 19-18. 2 categories left. Nick, what's the next one?
The penultimate category is Law and Order.
Let's get back starting with Jack
0.
and Albert.
0.
All right. Going to the final question. Nick, what is this question like?
This question is, what organization does Marcus's sister Sid work for in Bad Boys 2?
What you gonna do when they come?
I never knew they actually sang that song in the trilogy, in the movies.
Yeah.
Never knew that was a thing. I always thought it was just on Cops.
That's fair. Why are you sweating so much? I was watching Cops. 5,
Watching Cops.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jack.
CIA. I have no clue.
Well, that's wrong. Albert.
I said DEA.
DEA is correct. But we're going to the final question. It's 19-18. Barn burner, as they say, Nick. You guys get one more category. It's the category of Marvel. Let's get bets starting with Albert.
1.
All right, and Jack.
2.
Great. So here's what's going to happen. If both players hit, we're going to sudden death. If both players miss, Albert wins. And if Jack hits while Albert misses, Jack will win. So, oh boy. All right, your question in the category of Marvel is, what mode of transportation transforms along with the caretaker when he becomes a Ghost Rider for his last ride in Ghost Rider? The cinema classic. Do you love this movie?
No.
So you just really like it. One of Cody Newberry's favorites, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if you know that. He loves this movie.
Oh, I'm getting confirmation. Interesting.
I actually think that's bullshit. But 2, 1, pens down. No repeats. Jack, let's go to you.
Truck.
And Albert.
Horse.
And your winner, Albert Wiradharma. The answer was horse. Nick, I thought we were going to sudden death there.
I did too.
I was spooked, I'm not going to lie. But final score 20-16. Really good match all the way around. I thought this was great. Kept it close in round 1. Round 2 was great for both players. Jack didn't seem excited about Marvel, kind of bit him at the end. But in round 2, he made his way through it perfectly fine. I thought this was great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's get into the post-match. We'll start by talking to Mr. Pinchuk.
Jack, well played, especially since it seems you spun a category you did not want. You still ran it. You still got every question right in it. Albert took an early lead. Lesser players may have given up, fallen out of it. You stayed right in it, made it a 1-point game by the end of round 2. Kept him on his toes in round, or by the end of round 1. Kept him on his toes in round 2, and then brought it all the way to the final question against a guy who nearly won the singles belt. Was like a question away from being a singles champion. That shows that you are capable of playing at this high level of competition. So, how are you feeling about the match today, though you did not win?
Yeah, no, honestly, I feel pretty good overall about my game today. Just came down to one of the few Marvel movies I still have to get around to. But yeah, no, Marvel was one of the categories on the wheel I was least excited about, we'll say. There were definitely better categories for me there, but I relying on multiple choice when I needed it, just able to work my way through it. So Albert's a great player. I don't like I said, it's a win-win for whichever one wins it today for us. And yeah, no, Albert's incredible. He almost won the singles title, like you said. So I don't feel bad about this at all.
Awesome, man. Well, Jack, I think the next time we'll be seeing you in teams. You'll be debuting with a new team very soon. But I think the next time we see you in singles will likely be the summer tournament. Is there anyone you are looking to go head-to-head against in that their little fun thing that we're going to do?
I mean, anyone that's not a Kingsman, preferably. I would still like to take on Kastner again. That I feel like I could take it to him, beat him this time around. We'll see if that happens. But yeah, no, anyone that's not a Kingsman, preferably.
Great. Well, when you guys stop taking up half of the roster, we will do our very best.
Yeah.
Well, Jack, great job today. I look forward to seeing you again real soon. And yeah, we'll bring in our winner today, Albert Wiradharma. Albert, obviously last year you proved yourself one hell of a contender, taking Joe to near oblivion. You nearly took the belt off of Joe before Joe went on to have all these defenses. You challenged for the team's title. You made it to team's contender matches. You saw maybe an earlier exit than you were expecting when David Garcia had his run and took you out, and then went on to challenge for the title himself. But I think you are back this year. Albert, I know one of your goals is to hit that perfect game like Jack has done. You were very close today. You only missed 2 questions. So a little bit more elbow grease, a little bit more work in there. You might be able to pull that off, and who knows, we might just get a title out of it as well. So Albert, how are you feeling about the win today? And
Yeah, well, first of all, I was afraid that I jinxed myself because I forgot Sheila dies eventually, and the me who put Jack on the web ends up getting killed, and Jack survives. Frodo survives. So I was afraid, oh shit, if I lose, I'm going to use that as my argument. But I won today. But yeah, you said I'm back. I feel good for this win, although the new categories in Fandom sort of feels a bit of it's not a hard reboot. Okay, so it's a soft reboot for me because I feel like there's a lot that I'm missing. I feel very comfortable with a lot of films and the categories from last season, this season. I find it more difficult, so I'm gonna have to get back to that level. I've seen a lot of the films, haven't seen them in like maybe 10 years, maybe not 10 years, like 8 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. So I gotta rewatch all of those before I feel comfortable to be in that title contention level once again. But hopefully I get to do that and the perfect game sometime this year.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Albert, listen, you're going to move on to play another match. It may lead to big things. It may just be another match. We're going to let everyone know later. But we do know who you're playing next. And unfortunately, if you had the same wish as Jack, I cannot grant that to you, sir, because you will be going up against a very highly ranked competitor in your own faction mate. It's Javi Madden will be your next opponent. Okay. So thoughts about going up against Javi? Remember, he retired.
Yeah, I played with him in the I'm blanking on the event name. Frenzy. There you go. I played with him in Frenzy as well. I think more than once. So should be a lot of fun playing against him. I don't know if by the time this is released, if the awards is out yet or not, but he was nominated for Rookie of the Year. And I mean, he proved it. He's really great last year. So we'll see. I think it should be a lot of fun.
Great. Well, I look forward to seeing it. And Albert, we'll see you real soon. Congrats on the win. Tim, wrap it up.
Great match. Albert showing Middle Earth knowledge while also taking down Jack Pinchuk. I mean, I couldn't have asked for more. But honestly, really good stuff. Both players, like I said, when the match ended, back and forth, really close the whole time, and just showing off a lot of like high skill knowledge, which is what we were expecting from them. So I was happy to be here for it. Thank you to Jack. Thank you to Albert. Thank you to Nick for writing this one. I have been Tim. We'll see you guys next time on another episode of Fandom Fights. Bye.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.